And we're back for another episode of Real Movie Feud. We have Albert, Colin, and Owen. Hey guys, let's play some feud. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Real Movie Feud. I am your host, Cole, alongside my lovely players today. We got Albert, Colin, and Owen. We're having a bunch of camera issues already beforehand. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling?
I'm doing great.
Feud.
I'm ready to get feudy.
Everyone's so ready to get feudy. Albert, it's been a while since you've been on camera. You feeling okay? You feeling like you're ready for the screen again?
Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't done any form of trivia or games or movie stuff in a very long time, so I'm excited for this. It should be fun.
Okay, awesome. We love to see it. So for those watching and who haven't watched the show already, what are you doing? But I'm glad you're here at least. So let me read you the rules so we can understand what we're getting into tonight. So here's how it's going to work. There are going to be 5 rounds of gameplay. Each round, players are going to be given a prompt. Players will have 2 turns to answer the prompt. Answers will be said aloud. Players receive points in the order of the top 5 answers. So the number 1's going to get you 50, number 2 and 40, 3, 30, so on and so forth. If there are any tied answers, it's going to add an extra option to the board for the same point value as the tied answer. The top 5 answers are based on the prompt criteria. So that could be most popular, highest rated, lowest earning, depends on where it's coming from. So just be on the lookout for that. And then after round 1, players are going to go in the lowest point order, and highest score at the end of the 5 rounds wins. All right, folks. So we will go alphabetical to start here for the starter question, then we'll get us rolling into the game here. If we can go over here, Albert.
Yes.
I want you to tell me on Letterboxd right now, what is the current average of the movie Wonka?
Oh, okay. Current average. This 2 decimal points, correct?
Yeah, you go to 2, correct.
3.77.
3.77. Okay. And Colin, what do you think?
Go slightly lower than that. 3.70.
3.70. All right. And Owen.
Okay, I was going to go 3.67, but I think it'd be stupid to not go 3.69. I'm going to go 3.69.
3.69. Nice. Very nice. The correct answer is way lower than you guys were saying. We were looking at 3.2.
Damn.
3.20. So I think there was a big whiplash on it at the front of the movie, but I think people like Paul King in general. So I think it's kind of come back around, but who knows? And maybe it's just the Oompa Loompa that's throwing people off, so.
It's tough because in my head, I'm like, oh, that and Wicked are like kind of similar.
Show the bear, dude. What are you doing?
I was like, Paul King. No, Paddington.
Anyways, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, I feel like it feels like similarly appraised as like Wicked, but then Wicked has like a much, much higher score.
I think Wicked has a 4.0 something.
Yeah. So I'm like shocked at the
3.9.
disparity.
That's crazy. All right. So with that, we are going to get the order sorted here. So Owen getting closest there. So he will go first, and then Colin, and then right after that is going to be Albert. At least for the first round, of course. So, alrighty, folks. Let's get rolling. So, alrighty. Owen, we're bringing it back to you.
Oh, I have no time to think. Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I'll set it up. Don't worry. So, there's this franchise. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Where this man, right? He goes and does some missions that are impossible, Tom Cruise. He is the man, the myth, the legend. And we're going to be talking about his movies today here. So I want you to tell me, Owen, currently on Metacritic. Sorry, Albert. What are the highest rated Tom Cruise movies? To start, I'm going to clarify. There is a tie at 4th and 5th place. So that means there are actually 7 options on the board. So
this is not Mission. This is just Tom Cruise in general.
It's just Tom Cruise.
Oh.
I should have started. But he, basically he's Ethan Hunt. So, I mean. So they're all jotting down. See, now long time, I feel like the long time RTFOers here have the boards at ready and they're jotting. And the rookies just come and swinging. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play. But Owen, what are you thinking?
Well, my brain was on the Mission Impossible mindset. So I have my highest rated Mission Impossible that I think is there, but I don't think that's the highest rated Tom Cruise movie. I'm not super familiar with Metacritic. I don't know what types of films or directors or stuff that they tend to lead towards. So I'm at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you the brief on Metacritic is that it's an average of publications reviews on it, right? So it is the number based off of that. So not like Rotten Tomatoes where it's like, do they like it or do they not?
Yeah.
It is really an average score, like a school grade, if that makes sense. So
okay.
So
I've got a few in mind. Tom Cruise to me always feels like definitely gets some critical acclaim, but I feel like the kind of the box office crowd pleaser always kind of seems to be more of his target category. Not to say that the movies aren't good, but I don't think there's ever been like a movie that's been like regarded as one of the greatest of all time. But I think I'm going to go with Eyes Wide Shut.
Owen is going with Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut is not on the board. Get this man out. Get this man out of here. All right.
Thank you for taking that, Owen. That was going to be my guess.
Of course.
I guess we're just going to go with Magnolia here then.
Magnolia is one of the 4th place answers. It's going to get you 20 points.
Okay, we'll take it.
I did forget about Magnolia. I'm sorry to the PTA head.
All right, Albert.
Remind me, we get to go twice per
Correct.
round, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get another shot after your guess here.
Yeah, Metacritic, they're this like aggregator out there if you compare some of the films, so I never understand their logic.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just gonna try to find the one that is possibly the most universally loved, and maybe this is the one that Owen's talking about. So I'm gonna go with Mission Impossible Fallout.
Albert is going with Mission Impossible Fallout. Well, after that question, there's going to be a fallout for the rest of the competitors because that is our number 1 answer.
This is number 1. I mean, I still don't understand Metacritic.
Metacritic.
That's what I was like. I don't know if they lean more towards like kind of fandom stuff or if they're more
Neither.
because that was the Mission Impossible I had pinned as the highest rated.
Interesting. All right, Owen.
Well, now I'm at a complete loss, Cole.
Complete loss. Wow.
Well, if Mission Impossible Fallout is number 1, I'm gonna stay on that train. I'm gonna go Top Gun Maverick.
Cool.
Owen is going with Top Gun Maverick, the sequel to the hit movie Top Gun. Top Gun Maverick is the other 4th place answer that's going to get you 20 points.
Okay, I'll take it.
Not too bad.
Completely forgot this one.
All right, Colin, can you make a mark again here?
I don't think the original Top Gun is on there. I'm going to go... I want to stick with Mission Impossible, but I also... Well... Were they all that well received? I'm going to go Rain Man. That's my final answer.
All right, Colin is going with Rain Man. Rain Man is not on the board. Sorry, my friend.
That's crazy.
All right, Albert's still in the lead. Will he encroach even further?
I don't want to say too much of what I'm thinking in case of the tiebreaker thing.
That's true. That's true. That's always a factor.
Oh, this is so tough. You know what? I'm gonna go. This film appeared on my head right after I wrote down Fallout, so I'm just gonna go with it. Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, is not on the board. Sorry, Albert.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that's a good sleeper pick.
That is a good
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
So, I can tell you the 1 through 5 here. So, number 1, Mission Impossible Fallout. That was at number 1, obviously. 87 Metascore. Sorry, I should say Metascore is just critics. For who is it? Andrew asking in the comments here. Mission Impossible. Anyone guess? Any guess here?
Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol.
Because Protocol Rogue Nation.
Oh, so wrong. Dead Reckoning. Number 2, 81.
2?
Yeah.
All right.
It surprised me as well. I'm not gonna lie.
I see it.
I am not in sync on the popular Mission Impossible rankings.
All right. So number 3, I think you guys forgot a big classic here. Minority Report.
I did think that.
at
I didn't
80.
think it was.
That did not cross my
Yeah.
mind.
So, and then we had Magnolia and Top Gun Maverick at 78. Number 5, another 90s classic from Cruise. Famous line. Anyone got a guess?
Show me the
Show me the money.
Show me the money. Jerry Maguire, number 5, tied
God damn it, I should have went with
with another Tom Cruise classic. I would say he's more of a co-star here, opposite Hollywood legend Paul Newman. The Color of Money. Also
That
77.
crossed my mind. I'm surprised Rain Man is not. Well, no, it's a good movie. I feel like Rain Man might be in the top 10. We'll see.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's still tiebreakers, like Albert was mentioning. So keep that on your brain, of course. So yeah, hopefully, if we get to that point, we do, and maybe this is a question it lands on. So, all right, let me go ahead and tally some scores real quick. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Albert is still winning, despite that. So let's see. Yeah, Owen getting that 20 points, not too bad. We have Colin with 20 as well, so still tied there, which is pretty good. And then Albert making big headways with that big Fallout pick at number 1 here. So not too shabby. All right, and there's your score check for everyone at home. All right, so but more importantly, it's been so long since I've been able to talk to Albert. I want to catch up with him. So bye, losers. All right, hey guys, how you doing? How you doing, Albert?
I'm good. How are you, Cole?
I'm not too bad myself. Happy to have you back, of course. And obviously, you're feeling feud-tastic, I'm guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good to hear. But yeah. So you're not really showing any blue on your face. You're not really sad. So which is good. But I think you have some other blue people to talk about, though.
Yeah. So I want to talk about.
Yeah, to be fair, Albert just said Avatar. I didn't even know if it meant Airbender or Na'vi, but not even specific. So go ahead, Albert. Let's see.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Avatar, not this Avatar. I want to talk about the blue Avatar,
Okay.
James Cameron, Na'vi people Avatar. And this is my take about it.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing to come out of Avatar is not the movie.
Oh no.
It's the world of Pandora.
I figured you were gonna say that. So
It's like the only good thing, honestly.
okay, sorry. Wait, when you say the world of Pandora, you're talking about like the actual world building. You're talking about the Disney stuff.
The Disney theme park
Okay,
world of
okay.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just pulling up the Google images. Have you been? Have you just been excited to go, or it's like you kind of dreaming to do it one day, maybe?
I was excited to go. I heard a lot of good stuff about it, and then I actually went there over the summer of 2022
Okay.
or 2021. 2022, I think.
Wow.
And it was incredible. It was like literally just the world building of everything. Like everything you see in the movie doesn't compare to what you actually see in terms of what the Imagineering did in terms of like just the floating rocks in the sky and everything, and the world is so good.
Yeah.
And outside of that, like just the rides itself, not the Flight of Passage is one of the most incredible like ride simulation that you could ever imagine. Like who would have thought that the ride soaring, if you're familiar with that, who would have thought the ride soaring could be improved simply by feeling a banshee breathe between your legs?
Oh,
It is the stimulating feeling from that is incredible, and you're so immersed that you're literally riding the mighty Ikran.
Stimulating between your legs. That's crazy. Listen, I gotta ask though. So like, this is a big thing for Animal Kingdom because I feel like Animal Kingdom's been on the short end of the stick for the longest time until this kind of came around. Do you think it meshes well with the park there, or do you think it's just kind of like very clashing? Like I feel that with Star Wars Land sometimes where it blends pretty well, but there's still a very clear line,
I think it does in a way where it's sort of an isolated part of the kingdom. It is like a dead end. Like you reach that and it's like a dead end, so it's not a loop back to anything. So it's on an isolated part. And like compared to other Disney parks, I don't think it would have fit anywhere else really. And this is still like, I guess like nature theme in a way, kind of.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I do see it fitting. To answer your question, I would say it does fit the whole theme of Animal Kingdom and everything like that.
Yeah. Does it make you wish that you could actually live in Pandora? Were you sad that you had to go home and not do that?
I don't know if I want to live in Pandora, but like I said, I don't.
But what if you could literally be Jake Sully and become a Navi? Jake
Sully. To be one with the Awa, maybe it's like some incredible wisdom. But this is the closest thing to it, and it's incredible. I haven't even mentioned the River Passage, Navi River Journey, which is like one of the craziest shaman like animatronics that you've ever seen. It's incredible.
Wow. I think I've seen some clips of that. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, the animatronics is crazy. Like one of the most advanced like animatronics that they do. It's like incredible. It is stupid though that it's in the same show building as the Flight of Passage. If one goes down, they have to shut down both rides.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. So, well,
incredible stuff.
Hopefully you get to get back someday, and you can connect one with nature and.
I want to ride the mighty Ikran again.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get everybody back in here. So. I didn't mean to call you losers, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, I did take that personally, and I had been
I'm sorry. I felt bad about it the entire time I was talking to Albert. Alrighty. So, a reminder of the score here. We got a tie with Owen and Colin at 20 points and Albert at 50. Because they are tied, we're going to go in the order set by the first question about Wonka. So, it's actually going to be Owen going first here. See, Owen, it's so funny. It's like a draft pick. Like you don't want to go first in this case.
No, I want time to think about it. And I want to gauge based on other answers.
We can give you all the time to think if you need time to think. I mean,
but like when I was like Eyes Wide Shut and it wasn't on there, I can shift. I can shift based on like, oh, okay, that's not the direction we're going.
I get it. So, but folks, we are heading over to letterboxd.com. For today's next question. So we are looking for the most popular movies with destination in the title. Now I can't say anything, but I think there might have been a recent release that would fit for this prompt. Just gonna say that. So we'll have to.
Is this overall popularity or?
So for Letterboxd, it's overall popularity on the platform. So that means how many people review it, engage with it, like it. So
like that's current popularity or all-time popularity?
All-time popularity. Not like within the year or like recent. This is all time. So we got to be thinking super big here. So Colin, let's see. Owen looks like he's pondering, but
always. I think I'm just gonna rip it. I'm just gonna go the original 2000. Final Destination.
Owen's going with Final Destination 2000. That is our number one answer 50 points. Not too bad.
Not so bad going first home.
Yeah, once I heard the question, I was like, all right.
Oh, reminder. Sorry, I keep forgetting. We do have secret answers. So I forgot to tell you this backstage. So if you get the secret answer, that's 10 points, and you get to go again. So just keep that in mind. Secret answers are things that I like, they're stupid, or that I think should have been on there. Depends on how I feel.
Like, they're not on the list, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I will happily reveal the secret answer. Actually, I can reveal the secret answer last time was Valkyrie. Because of the Tom Cruise cheeks. If you've ever seen that picture, the stunt ass is very funny. I'll have to put it later. So sorry, but to Destination, Colin.
So I'm racking my brain right now, and I don't think I'm going to be able to figure out anything that doesn't involve Final Destination somehow. Which, to be fair, I'm sure it composes at least 3 of the 5. I'm to assume that Bloodlines is already. I feel like with it being a theatrical release, because Letterboxd wasn't big back in 2011. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna rip Final Destination Bloodlines.
Final Destination Bloodlines is our number 2 answer. 40 points.
Cool.
So yeah, it's climbed up pretty quickly. So, all right, and that does mean Albert is actually behind now, so he's got to make some catch up here.
I know whoever's watching is like probably yelling. It's like other films. All I could think of the Final Destination films, and like I don't know which one is probably on here. 2 of the most popular ones been taken. So I'm like, what are there?
It's just Destination in the title. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use this one for this round. I'm just gonna go with Final Destination 3, the one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Final Destination.
All I know about that film.
3 is our number 3rd or our 3rd place answer.
Oh, okay. There we go.
A bunch of 3s around. So, yep. So back to Owen. Still have the 4 and the 5 on the board.
I'm in a similar boat as I'm trying to think of anything that's not Final Destination, and nothing is coming to mind. I think there's a movie called like Destination Wedding, but I feel like that's just some like streaming schlock that was seen by 30 people. But I'm coming up with nothing. And that's like, I don't remember what the full title of the second Cody Banks movie is, but I want to say it's like Cody Banks Destination London. Regardless, I don't think that's on there.
Go for it.
Yeah, rip it.
I'm shocked that 3 was above 2, because 2 to me has like the most iconic opening. I don't want to be boring and just go down the list of Final Destination movies, but I can't think of anything. And there's probably something obvious I'm not thinking of. But I think I'm just gonna have to go Final Destination 2.
Owen's going with Final Destination 2. Final Destination 2 is our 4th place answer. That's going to get you 20 points.
Oh.
Okay, Colin.
Would you ask for this list if it was only Final Destination movies? Would you make this a category?
Maybe it's to create doubt amongst the group, Colin. He's trying to break us.
It might be to create doubt, but I'm going to say I think it's a movie pre-Destination.
Colin's going with Predestination. Ooh. Predestination is not on the board.
Sorry, hey, I want her to be different.
I respect that.
I'm not mad about 10 points.
Albert's got the moody lighting. Hold on.
The sun is reflecting off another building right to my building.
Oh, no. All right, Albert, you still have the last place answer on the board here.
So I could go with what Owen said, Destination Wedding, but I don't think that's popular enough. That's a Keanu Reeves one, I think. Could just be another Final Destination. The question is which one, and I'm not even sure. I think there's like 5 and then Bloodlines, right? So, yeah. So I might just go with one of them, but I'm also thinking, I don't know how you look up popularity of films based on a word title on Letterboxd. I don't know if that's a function, So maybe
Eh.
Cole just cheated his way and just write down Final Destination.
No, I can tell you.
And sort by
I can tell you,
popularity.
it is a long search, and I have my ways, but it's not fun. It's not fun.
Okay, so Owen said 2, so I might go with. Should I go with 4 or 5? I know there's at least 4. I don't know if a 5. No, 5 exists. I can see the poster. Which one is one with the? Which one is one with the log? With the log sequence?
It's already been taken.
That was taken. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Final Destination 4.
Albert's going with Final Destination 4 or The Final Destination.
Yeah.
That is not on the board.
Okay.
I think is it
So-
5?
So, number 1, Final Destination, the first one. Bloodlines 2, 3. 4 is the second movie. 5 is Final Destination 5. So, yeah.
Bro.
Would we-
I like my answer.
Hey, would we like to know what the secret answer was?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Agent Cody Banks 2, Destination.
Oh my god.
Yes. I
You
should have
were-
ripped
Gone with it.
Albert was encouraging you and you didn't take it.
Yeah, we were both taking him on. Dang.
I was too scared. I would. I just didn't. I was like, no way, that's the secret answer.
That's
I
actually
love that
prime
movie.
material for a secret answer. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So, but yeah, reminder, folks, the secret answer is me being stupid most of the time. Sometimes I have opinions. Other
See, I
times
wasn't. I just also
it's
wasn't
either
sure.
Agent Cody
if
Banks
that
or
was the title.
Valkyrie ass. So just keep that in mind. I gotta pull up the picture while I wait. Any comments here? Let's see. No, but just Andrew being chill. All right. Well, with that, we are going to talk to another player here today. So let's go ahead and pull out these guys for a second. And hey, Colin, how you doing?
good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. That destination question, man. I love how you guys were like, "Hey, you wouldn't possibly just do. You possibly wouldn't just do
No.
Final Destination titles there."
Well, the good news is that the remaining questions, I want to hear the other 5 on that because that's far more interesting than
Yeah.
the first 5.
Yeah.
But
so-
I should have suspected nothing's gonna beat a franchise.
Yeah, franchise. Well, especially right now with Bloodlines for sure.
Yeah,
That's
that too. I'm sure people are watching it. So
But speaking of productions and whatnot, I hear you were working on something of recent, and you had you had a big premiere. I was there. I was lucky to be there. I think Owen was as well. Talk about it.
So yeah, we my roommates, girlfriend, a few other people worked on a short film called When the Stars Feel Guilty. It was conceived back in 2018, I want to say. It was my girlfriend's script. COVID hit, didn't get filmed. Last summer, we're like, hey, I've wanted to film something for a long time, and now we have a decent script. Let's do it. A lot of headaches. Don't film with 1, cars, vehicles of any sort, terrible. 2, having your actors come from out of town also makes scheduling very difficult. Don't do that. Would not recommend. But yeah, it's about 18 minutes long, and it really came together. There's some work that still needs to be done if we want to submit it for festivals, but like you said, we had a premiere last week, and I think it went over pretty well.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was a hoot and a holler for sure. I think all of us very much enjoyed it, and it was great to get together and see what our friends were putting together. So, yeah, when we sing in 40X, when we get in the film, should I make the track for that? I can tell you when to shake.
Oh yeah, sure. 40X. That would, so there's a scene.
It's just the car scenes where
I was gonna say there's a scene in the movie where we had Andrew and Jared like bounce the car. It was a static shot. We weren't having our actors drive and act. And that seems like if we had like a rumble sound to that, I think that'd be perfect.
God, yeah, you're right. So yeah, maybe some sound effects, maybe some 40X track later on. Who knows, man? Anything's possible. So, well, hey, thanks for sharing. Are you ready to get back to the feud?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Feud.
Let's feud, guys. Owen, Owen saying when I said I think Owen was there, and he did sit right next to me that night. So I was just so captivated by the film. I mean,
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So alrighty. While we are waiting for the next one, I'm gonna go ahead and update tallies here. But right now, Owen has actually taken the lead here at 90 points. Colin at 60, and Albert not too far behind Owen here at 80 points. So as they say it, it's anybody's game. So
as of right now, that's true.
As of right now,
anybody's game.
But right now, it's Colin's game because he'll be going up first here. So, Colin, how you like basketball? You excited about the NBA Finals?
Yeah, I mean, it helps that I have a team that's in the finals.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I try. Of course, there's a basketball question. This is gonna be a sports movie, and I'm not gonna be good at it.
Well, we are heading over to Collider, and they have a list of the 15 best basketball movies ranked. So 1 through 5 here. So give me the one of the top 5 answers.
I'm not gonna think about it. Oh wait, is that? Yeah, that's a basketball movie. Hoosiers. That's my final answer.
All right, Indiana boy, just sending it with Hoosiers. I love to see it. Colin, that is the number 1 answer that's gonna get you 50 points. Just snagging that.
I don't overthink it sometimes.
Yeah, taking the lead pretty quickly here. So, Albert, 2 through 5 still on the board.
Am I allowed to ask when this article was published?
You absolutely can. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do that. April 3rd of 2024. So fairly recent.
Okay, recent.
Yeah, so
Hoosiers barely made the cut.
What?
Huh?
Guys, stop.
I
was so confused there for a second. So if anyone wants the description for the list, I can read that as well. Otherwise, it's basketball.
Are we allowed to ask who the writer of the article is?
Jennifer
Stephen
McHugh.
A.
Jennifer McHugh over at Collider.
Okay. Don't know who this Jennifer fella is, but I'm gonna go with Love and Basketball.
Albert's going with Love and Basketball. Will he love this answer? But does he love basketball? Well, I can tell you he's going to love this answer because it is on the board for 20 points. And yes, there's basketball in the movie. So, getting something on the board there for sure. All right, Owen. Here you go. You don't have the pressure of being first now. So,
yeah.
Now you can think it over.
Secret answer farm? Do I try that?
You tell me. I don't know.
I might wait until my second guess.
Oh, okay. I like how you're already thinking multi-layer. I love to see it. I love to see it.
I've got a few written down. The thing for me is that I grew up on sports movies, so in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. But I haven't rewatched a lot of them recently, so I don't know how critically acclaimed they actually are because I just know them from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I gotta pay respect. I think I gotta go with Space Jam.
No.
Owen is going with Space Jam, the first one, I'm assuming, right?
Of course.
Okay, all right. Space Jam is not on the board.
What?
Holy airball, Batman. All right.
Good for me.
Colin, you still have the 2, 3, and 5 on the board.
See, the secret answer would be tempting if it was just 3 and 5 on the board, but 2 is some significant points. I just don't feel like I know what it is.
Hey, well, you can at least steal the secret answer of them and get 10 points at least,
Okay.
Like that.
Uncle Drew, secret answer.
Oh, right. That's not it. Get out of here. Ain't no way.
Uncle Drew is not on the board. Come on. Oh man! All right,
I was
but we
nervous you
love
had
Uncle
it, and
Drew.
then you pulled Uncle Drew.
that's crazy.
I was thinking that could have been the secret answer too.
That's crazy. That's
Hey,
a
how many
crazy-
points is the secret
That's
answer?
crazy. That's exactly what the secret answer is for.
No, you're right. It is a very secret. I'm actually, yeah.
What if it's Space Jam 2, Albert? What if that's the secret answer?
You should try it,
Damn.
Albert. I bet that's
Okay.
Wait, how many points is it worth? The
So,
secret answer?
so
10?
the secret answer is worth 10, but then you get to go again.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And right now there is still number 2 on the board,
Number 2, number 3, and number 5.
and number 2 is like 40 points.
Number 2 is 40. Number 3 is 30. Number 5 is 10
Oh
points.
my god, do I go for a secret answer and go for it?
I love this energy tonight. This is so
Come on,
good.
Albert. Come on.
Because I know one film that I feel like is probably going to be a 2 or a 3. But if I go with the secret answer, I get additional 10 points and go again.
I'm realizing how
Wow.
many good secret answers there are for this, and I that's crazy.
You should do
Okay.
it.
Okay. I'm gonna go and try for the secret answer.
Okay.
I saw this film when I was young, don't know what year,
Okay.
and I was like, yo, this is so cool.
Okay.
Street Ball is awesome. And then my cousin told me, you know there's a prequel, right? And I'm like, what? Really? It's like Steve Nash is in it, Dirk Nowitzki is in it, Vince Carter. I'm like, whoa! Like Mike, let's go.
Like Mike is not on the board. Come on, Albert.
Oh.
Come on, man.
I respect it, Albert. That
I
was a good answer.
love that.
My secret answer is still there. Okay.
Guys,
Here's
Guys, we still have 2, 3, and 5.
No.
all right. I have 2 legitimate movies that are on my list, and I got my secret answer. I've got He Got Game, and I've got Coach Carter. I think both of those have a decent shot of being on there. I don't know if they're the 2. But I really want to give my secret answer.
Do it. You can get an extra point.
Yeah, but what if I miss? Then I get no points.
You're
But we
in the
all
lead.
went for it.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
you're good.
Air Bud.
Owen's going with Air Bud. Air Bud is the secret answer that's going to get him 10 points.
You
Nice.
Again.
That's a good secret answer.
Yes.
Something we could actually get. I can't believe
Oh,
it.
yes.
I need a graphic for getting the secret answer. I'm realizing this now. That's great. I need to do that. Okay, well, Owen, you get to go again.
All right. Now, which He Got Game or Coach Carter? Which one of those? Coach Carter feels like more of like a traditional sports movie classic, but He Got Game feels like it's got the critical edge. I don't know. Collider feels like it's not going super critical. It feels like it's going more classic. I'm gonna go Coach Carter.
Owen is going with Coach Carter. Coach Carter is not on the board.
Mm.
Sorry.
Hey, you
Owen.
got that secret answer.
I did. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, that was great.
That was-
Yeah,
that was obvious.
so I gotta be honest, Albert. I thought you were gonna do High School Musical for the secret answer, and I was
I
so
was thinking
ready
that.
for it.
I was thinking
I was so
that.
ready. Uncle Drew though, man, I didn't even think of that one. That's crazy. That's so
Owen,
good.
remember our Uncle Drew moment, like from 2 seasons ago?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
Man,
one
that-
like it has to be a basketball focused movie, not like Catwoman doesn't count, right?
no.
Oh my god.
Man, I would. Gosh, you guys. God, maybe we need to just make a list of secret answers.
Yeah, you should have a top 3 secret answers from here on out.
Oh man, no, that'd be crazy. But I mean, depending on what it is, that's so funny. Okay, well, before I reveal the remaining answers for this one, at least that are on the board here, score right now: Owen at 100, Colin at 110, and Albert at 100.
It really is anybody's
I didn't realize. There's a score.
Yeah.
Secret answer can be in it.
Hey, who's got game? We don't know. We'll find out. So, okay. Number 1, Hoosiers. Number 2, the classic documentary Hoop Dreams. Hoop Dreams.
That's
Yeah.
on the other side. Yeah.
That's a big one. White Man Can't Jump. Number
Yeah.
3.
I had that on my list. Should have gone with it.
Love and Basketball. Number 4, and number 5 is He Got Game. Sorry, Owen.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, if you went for that, you would have only tied with Colin. So, like,
I'm happy it was the 5. I'm happy it was the 5.
yeah. So, but speaking of basketball, I'm so glad this could tie in perfectly. Hey, Owen, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of hoping you would go third I guess I was hoping you go second so that it would lead into the question. I'm glad we got basketball on the
This
brain
works too.
because we're here to talk Pacers.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So yeah, the next series was great. I think I especially that last one was crazy. I'm super excited. I know the odds aren't great right now between but listen,
the
man,
odds haven't been great.
Yeah. But
and we're still here.
How you feeling going into it?
I am first and foremost, I'm very nervous, but I'm also been Pacers fan whole life. There's a photo of me at an Easter egg hunt when I was like 4, and I got a Jermaine O'Neal jersey on. I got a Pacers yellow sweatband, and I got some wristbands. I was fitted out. So I've always been tapped in. I lost interest a little bit, kind of in my early teens because I didn't care so much about sports at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been for the past 5 or so years. I've been really locked in, especially during like 2019. We got the COVID stuff. We got Bubble TJ Warren, who's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Wow, that's bold.
Yeah,
okay.
Bubble TJ Warren. And then we had Domantas Sabonis, who I loved, and then we got rid of Domantas Sabonis, and I was like, no, I love Domantas Sabonis. But then we got Tyrese Halliburton, and we've been cruising. We got TJ McConnell, who I love, Andrew Nembhard, who I love. I've always been more of a football guy, but I think the beauty of basketball is the smaller roster, so you get to know more of the players, and a lot of the role players feel more important.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm familiar with like every single person on the roster, even the people that don't get minutes. And I genuinely enjoy their chemistry, and I like watching them play. And it makes it that much better that we are a like genuinely solid team, and we have one of the greatest offenses.
Yeah.
We went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're not gonna be back." And then we went even further this year, and we're in the finals. And we've been constantly underrated because we're a small market team, and nobody gives us any recognition. And
well, I think
out,
I was gonna say that's been part of the conversation is like 2 small market teams inherently playing, and then people are like, "Oh, why we want the Knicks to win because we want like a good." I'm like, dude, this is exciting because of that, right? I mean, I think it's great.
If you watch the Pacers play, you wouldn't be saying that,
right?
Because they're a genuinely fun team. We have 3 absurd comebacks in this playoffs alone against every team we've played. I don't get how you can be like, this is gonna be boring. Like, we're an exciting team. We pass the ball. I watched the Denver Nuggets play basketball, and they are such a bore to watch. They stand there with the ball for like 10 seconds, like, all right, something's gonna happen, and nothing happens. And then Jokic like puts up a 3 with no time left. I'm like, this is so boring. But the Pacers, we move the ball, we set screens, we do pick and rolls, we're constantly running plays where we have fast energy, we're sprinting down the court as soon as they score, and we're putting 2 points right back up. It's electric basketball. We're genuinely good. I'm very nervous for what's going to happen tomorrow, but I am excited nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well,
and Albert, biggest Pacers hater on the planet. We're going to the finals, baby.
All right. Well, I think for the sake of time, I think we're gonna bring everybody back on screen. Not because I just want to see Albert's reaction, but because the game. So let's get everybody back on. No,
Albert, you said Knicks in 5. You said Knicks in 5.
Hey, Pacers is awesome, man. They're an underdog story, but they're not gonna win against OKC.
Oh my god! Wow.
I've been hearing a lot of that.
Oh man! Well,
shout out Jeremy Wu, the only analyst to pick the Pacers.
Wow! Damn. All right. So reminder of the score: Owen at 100, Colin at 110, Albert at 100.
I keep it 100.
He does.
Yeah, and you guys are welcome to stay there.
Alrighty. Actually, before we move on to the next question, let's bring up some of the comments. Andrew, I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm here for you. Let's see. Steven coming in. Shocked that I haven't said like there's other sports movies in addition, and then he realized that we were just talking about basketball. Miracle, which no, sorry, man. just basketball.
Rudy would have been a great secret answer. How about that?
Just to lose, just on this final round. Oh man, and obviously go Surge. Come on, let's see it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, with that, because Owen and Albert are tied, it means Owen's going to go first because he has the better score at the top of the game here. So, Owen, I think you'll like this one, Owen. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're going over to the numbers.com to get some box office data. How do you feel about this up and coming director, David Fincher?
Bro.
I've heard of that guy.
You've heard of this guy? I want you to tell me the highest domestic grossing films directed by David Fincher.
Wow, I don't know that.
Well,
for me, it's always been about the art of the movies rather than the numbers.
But,
I don't pay too much attention.
He's got to make a movie that makes money. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Sometimes you make it for the art. Sometimes you make one for the audience.
I would believe that if he wasn't stuck. Yeah,
I'm going to clarify this because I don't want any conversation about it. Mank and The Killer are not on here because Netflix doesn't release their data on this. So I'm not even going to put attention.
That's why
there might have been a Mank sweep. There might have been a Mank sweep. We don't even know. We don't even know because they won't tell us. So, but yeah. So to keep that in mind for all the players.
Streaming movie during COVID didn't pull the box office number.
Listen, even Killer, I wanted a wide release. Give me a wide release, man. It's crazy.
I'm right there with you.
Owen, so domestically, so just in the United States and Canada, what are you thinking?
There's 10 good options, Cole.
Go with Mank. Could have been a secret answer.
No, I'm saying that because it's not. I wanted to so bad, but there's not enough data.
Oh, there is a secret answer.
Yeah,
I think there's an obvious secret answer here.
Yeah, actually, there's only so many options unless you chose a non-David Fincher movie, which feels
not
in the spirit of things.
Directed by David Fincher. No Madonna music videos today. Sorry, guys.
There's an obvious secret answer in terms of quality, but then that one's also part of a franchise. You're like, well, that it does have a shot. This is so difficult, Cole.
Yeah. It's supposed to be easy. We're getting to the end here,
Yeah, I mean, I'd appreciate if you would go easy on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go easy on you on the David Fincher question. My bad. Owen.
Not playing to my strengths here. My initial thought was his most awardsy movie, his most, I guess, not acclaimed, but celebrated.
Interesting. Does that translate to dollars though?
Well, it translates to re-releases.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Is this adjusted for inflation?
No. This is just raw data. Just raw data.
Interesting.
We should do adjusted for inflation one day, though.
I know a movie that did well, but didn't do well enough to get a sequel. But that one also had a really big budget. I'm gonna go with Gone Girl.
Owen's going with Gone Girl. Gone Girl is the number one answer, getting him 50 points.
I remember Gone Girl doing well.
I was about to go with
that. Yeah.
Albert.
It wasn't getting to me. Great.
Okay. First of all, super pandering towards Owen here in that question, and he goes first. Incredible stuff. Second of all,
basketball. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. There's literally a basketball question on here.
Owen's in that round too.
I don't know what
You're not helping my case, Cole.
Y'all act like you haven't seen all these movies. That's crazy.
Okay, for some reason I feel like I'm blanking on some Fincher films, so I don't know if there's a big one I'm missing, and the inflation thing is throwing me off.
What? So we're not adjusting for inflation, just to be clear.
Right. So so logically that means older films is less likely to be in it, possibly. So I might go with. I'll just go with The Social Network.
Albert's going with The Social Network. The Social Network is our number 5 answer. That's going to get you 10 points.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, there you call it.
Oh. Did that one do good? Oh no.
That is all. That is all we're asking. Did these movies do good? Which
You know,
one did good?
I feel like if The Social Network's at 5, I feel like Alien Cubed has to be on there. We're gonna go Alien 3.
Alien 3 or Alien Cubed is not on the board. Sorry, Colin.
Shit.
Wow. Andy's got the secret answer? That's crazy.
Thrown away.
Colin, I almost said that first. I want you to know that.
Okay. That makes you feel slightly better.
I'm losing
Albert,
track here.
Albert,
It's Owen,
taking
right?
Gone
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, you've gone just once, right? Everyone's gone once. Yes. Okay. So Owen, you're next.
The girl with the dragon tattoo.
Owen's going with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That is our number 3 answer. Third place answer, 30 points.
Wow.
I know it did well, but its budget was too big.
Interesting. So, Albert. Still have the number 2 and the number 4 on the board. And of course, the secret answer.
I feel like one of these could be here, but the film is so long that I feel like it eats itself in terms of box office. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with
Oppenheimer
Fight
made
Club.
900 million.
That's true. I already answered Fight Club, so Fight Club.
You're going with Fight Club. Fight Club
Yeah.
is not on the board.
Oh wow!
Crazy. Damn.
Okay. Oof.
Okay, Colin.
Okay, so
I got the 40 and the 20-pointer.
I want to go for the secret answer so bad just because the list is so much smaller now, but I really feel like I should go for the 40 at the same time. You know what? 7 got a re-release. I saw it. We're gonna do that. 7 final answer.
Did you mean to say SE7EN?
Yes. Yeah,
Colin, that's our number 4 answer. That's gonna get you 20
Okay.
points.
We'll take it.
Yep. So, all right, not too shabby though. I think you guys handled it pretty well. Yeah, Fincher's a weird one because obviously he makes movies definitely just kind of for the movie's sake, but some of his movies do pretty decent. Surprisingly. So, number 1 is Gone Girl at $167 million domestically. Number 2, anyone want to take a guess while we're still here?
Was that
Is that Benjamin Button?
or Benjamin Button?
It was Benjamin Button at $127 million domestically.
That's what I was saying was too long. That's why.
That's one where I was like, I think it's the awards you won.
Yeah. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, $102 million. Like Owen said, big budget, didn't quite make it back. I think because that was after Gone Girl, right? If I'm not mistaken, or was that before?
That was
That was
2011.
before. So it was off of the success of Social Network, I guess, right? They were like,
Yeah, it had a huge marketing budget specifically.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
So they're probably trying to bank on that success.
7, even not adjusted for inflation, $100 million. Not too shabby. Especially, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I can look and see how much the re-release actually helped that.
I doubt it made that much of a difference, but
I mean, it was a pretty big re-release. I know
it was. My theater was pretty packed, so
yeah.
that was my logic.
Let me see. I wonder if I could find this.
Saw it with Owen. He was right next to me.
Yeah, I mean, between the 3 days in 2025, it basically was close to $1 million, so didn't add too much to that, but it's still interesting to know. I mean, listen, for as old a movie as is, if it was adjusted for inflation, who knows? I might have changed the game here. The Social Network was number 5, 96 million domestically. So, yeah,
Alien 3 made less than 100 million. That's
it did. Oh,
I'm
anyone
not
want to guess?
surprised, to be honest.
Anyone want to say the secret answer? Anyone want to guess?
Is it the game?
Zodiac only made 33 million. So,
Really?
yep. So, reminder, the scores are kind of close. So, just keep in mind there are still tiebreakers. So, just keep your thoughts on that. It could be one of the questions. So,
Is that the secret answer because it's low?
It's a
Like,
secret answer because I
like,
was
shocking
surprised
you?
what it was. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I
That was
landed.
kind of a lull for his career, though, and it kind of makes sense, right?
He took a break to do a bunch of commercials and music
Yeah.
videos before that.
Yeah. Andrew is screaming on the screen. We love reactions, even if they're not the ones I expected.
As if you know the box office, Andrew, for his films.
What's he screaming for?
I don't know. Maybe he's screaming because he just loves Fincher so much.
Yeah,
Calm
box
down.
office is tough. At least we all named David Fincher movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys were like, oh man. I was like, dude, y'all know these movies. It's not like you guys are in uncharted
Yeah, I
territory.
wouldn't have said Zodiac made that little. Like 33 million is very low for that one.
That's very low.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So, all right. At the end of that round, we have the score going into the final round. Owen at 180 points, Colin at 130, Albert at 110. So
It's kind of anybody's game.
It is still it's anybody's game, but
Yeah,
obviously as we
mathematically locked out.
As we go into the last question, I would say the hardest of the night. So we'll have to see how this lends for us. But Albert does have the chance to go first and maybe make some big points here. Albert, you are a pretty big franchise guy, would you say yourself?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, you like your fandoms, you like your things, right? Like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, sometimes studios want to start these franchises and they have a really good start, but they can't keep it. So we're going over to Screen Rant for this last one here. The 10 movie franchise that went downhill very fast after their first movie. So in this case, we're looking for just the top 5 answers here. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. And then as your answer still apart here. So yeah.
Clarification.
Sure.
It has to. Let me say the question again.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have actually kept it up. 10 movie franchises that went downhill very fast after their first movie. I can read the description too if you'd like.
Sure.
All right, here we go. All right, let's put on the camera so in case I flub anything. All right. Establishing, this is from Alexander Valentio over at Screen Rant. Establishing a movie franchise is an incredibly difficult feat to pull off, and many, if not most, sequels in Hollywood of Hollywood's most lauded films quickly ruined their prospective franchises before they could even begin. Blockbuster movies are expensive gambles that often have to make back up 3 times the cost of their budgets, meaning any well-received hit can expect to see sequels pumped out in the name of a safely secured audience. Unfortunately, studios often lose sight of what made the original film work so well in their haste to capitalize on the popularity, resulting in some franchises that were quick to denigrate after the first installment. So, with that, yeah.
Okay. This is tricky because I'm thinking like maybe a good first film and then the shitty the rest, or maybe it's like shit to begin with.
Ooh,
So,
maybe it comes down to perspective. I guess that's true. Yeah, but I think the idea is that the first movie in these cases were good, at least good. Maybe not to everybody, but generally, I think that's the vibe I'm getting from this.
right. There's several in my mind. I'm trying to see like how bad the downfall is. This has to be on the list. I just don't know if it's number 1. I'm gonna go with Die Hard.
Albert is going with Die Hard. Die Hard is not on the list.
Wow.
I'm shocked by that.
Don't people fight for the third one?
I think people fight for the second one, even. So,
Really?
yeah, I think so.
I don't. There's a lot of things floating through my mind that I don't think ever had a good movie. Arguably, but I've been doing okay just ripping it, so I'm just gonna go the DCEU.
Okay, the DC Extended Universe or Zack Snyder's universe. That is not on the board.
Kidding.
Sorry, Colin.
people find Man of Steel fine. That was a good candidate.
Not fine enough for this list, I guess. All right, Owen.
If Clever says that movie is and then pauses, you missed it. It's over.
That's not true.
You've never once done that and then go on the list.
I
I've got a few directions. I think I'd get shot if I said Kingsman, but in my heart, I believe that.
Wow.
I also don't. There's only like 3 movies, and one of them's like kind of separate, so I don't know. I'm thinking horror. Horror and action are the two big genres. Really.
A lot of ums and hums coming over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with. I have a question.
Sure.
So the secret answer, is that on the list, or is that something that fits the list, but you?
No, and so in the case, it's certainly like letterbox stuff is like kind of whatever can fit there, depending on. But if it's coming from a publicated source like this, it is on the list. So
Okay.
just to clarify.
okay.
So like the basketball one's a good example. Like I pulled Airbud because it was on the list. I don't think High School Musical was on there, for example. So things like that. Just keep that in mind.
Makes
So.
sense.
I would not have chosen Uncle Drew with this.
Sorry, man.
Um,
I'm gonna move them up so we can see you, Colin. Sorry, your head was getting cut off there.
and then there's some franchises like that like aren't good. There's some that have like a really good movie and like had some sequels, but everyone just kind of forgot they existed
Yeah,
and
there's
haven't tarnished the perception of the first one. I think I'm gonna go with The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Owen is going with The Nightmare on Elm Street. The Nightmare on Elm Street is not on the board.
Yeah. See, I thought you were gonna change it up just to like called you
now
out.
he's
Here you go.
gonna psych us out by making us think he's gonna change it.
So we're going back to Albert. I think for the purpose of this, let me see if I can give you guys a hint here. Looking at this, we got a horror action. We got action, a lot of action, I would say, in this top.
You say
five
horror
here.
slash action or horror then the
Horror
next one's
slash action, yeah.
what
Some
is that?
fantasy action, some. Yeah, there's some other things. I think there's.
Okay.
But I would say for this top 5, we're not looking straight horror anymore. So
What? I have the best. I realized I have one of the best answers for this list.
we lost Owen.
Goodbye, Owen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That counts as a forfeit. He's out of
Here we go. Jesus, boomer alert.
Owen, the article is screen right now, Owen. In case you're looking it up while you turn off your camera, I see how it is.
Yeah, I did find it. I found it. Don't worry.
Okay, got it. All right, Albert.
Okay.
I think if nobody gets it, I'll let people go a third time. We'll see.
What? 10 movie franchises went downhill very fast after the first movie.
Really
Uh,
fast. That's an adjective. That's like they
Very
dropped
fast.
off a cliff after the
Very
first one.
fast. Yeah,
See, I don't even know. if
but they're
the first
considered
one-
franchises enough to be that. So I mean, I don't know. Who's to say?
Okay. Horror action is also like throwing me off a little. There's 3 horror action franchises that I can.
I would.
think of.
Oh, I'm gonna add because you haven't answered here. Adventure as well. I would say adventure as well. Action, adventure, maybe a sprinkle of horror in there, but mostly those kind of movies.
Okay, so it's leaning towards this a little. Okay. Before I say my answer, I do want to say, at first when I heard the question, I was like, "Oh, easy, Tom Cruise, The Mummy." But I just realized there's no franchise to begin with. So
I also almost said the Dark Universe, and then like there was
That
never a
was-
good movie, so it doesn't really feel like it qualifies.
yeah.
Yeah, went downhill so fast they didn't continue.
They announced the whole cast and everything set for this. Great.
Yeah, these other they have sequels. I think that's the thing. That's a big thing here with these lists. The list of movies here, there actually are sequels to these things.
Okay. All right. I will go with that horror action adventure. I will go with this because I think there's like one good film in this franchise, and it's not even the first one, but the first one is some people like it. I'm going with Predator.
Albert's going with Predator. The Predator franchise is not on the list.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
sorry, Albert.
Yeah, I'm out.
You had 2 good guesses there, but I'm shocked.
Let's see how everybody does. Let's see how everybody does. Maybe
I have
we'll go one more time.
the guess for this list, but based on what you described, I don't think it's on there. But I'm gonna rip it anyway because I have no other clue. Start with one of what's considered maybe one of the best movies of all time, certainly of the 70s, and then ending with one of the worst movies of all time, Jaws, the Jaws franchise.
Jaws
I did have
is not on the board. Sorry.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
That's
All right.
that's what this list is about. That should be on there.
That's what I was like. I think the quality of the first one kind of makes people
I
forget
just
about. The
I just
sequels.
thought of another film now.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go Resident Evil.
Owen's going with Resident Evil. Resident Evil is also not on the list.
Yikes!
Owen, would you like?
I
to
thought
go
that was
one-
the
Owen, would you like to go one more round? You're the winner.
yeah. Of course, we're not
Okay.
doing. We're not.
All right.
I can't like this. We gotta get
Keep it
something.
going.
We gotta go until
I
we
was
get
thinking
one.
of Resident Evil, but I was like, is the first one even that good?
I'm only gonna
That-
give
one round.
I'm gonna give one more cycle. I think people can go one more time.
Okay.
each. I think that's
Okay.
only yeah.
Sticking with
after
the horror action adventure, possibly Underworld. I don't know, but as soon as Colin said Jaws, my brain went to a different Spielberg film. I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park.
Albert's going with Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is definitely on this board. Number one answer.
What?
That was a really good pull. That's a really good
That
pull.
was a
Albert.
good pull.
It still doesn't change the fact he can't win. But
Damn,
and actually that does mean yeah, Colin can't tie. So but hey, you want to go again anyways?
That was the
Wow,
horror
wow.
action, right?
No.
Or you not? Or you
I'm-
can wait. You can wait.
It doesn't
There's
matter.
another
They can't win, but I would say that wasn't the one I was thinking actually. But I would say there is a little bit of
There's
horror.
another horror action movie.
Adventure.
I would say that was more the adventure, I guess. That
Hmm.
maybe one more.
Maybe they,
title on
yeah,
this
they
one.
just didn't want to double dip Spielberg. I get it now. It's all good.
Yeah.
Mm.
God, what other franchises are there?
So many movie franchises.
Maybe they don't consider it the Final Destination.
You can go prehistoric again with the Meg franchise.
With the two movies.
I'll give you that one. You can have.
Ghostbusters on here? When was this list written?
Great question. This list was written in 2023 December. So
Afterlife.
That's Meg lifespan.
No, Afterlife was out. Yeah, for the Frozen World or whatever. I don't know. Well, it's the only thing I can think of right now. We're gonna go Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is not on the list.
It was a fun guess. That's
I
okay.
thought it was
I'm
a good.
okay.
I like.
I'm okay with everything that I've said
thought that was on the
tonight,
list.
and that's what
All right.
matters.
Albert, you got one more shot here. You want to try?
Wait, me?
Oh, wait, sorry. Nope, wrong.
Oh, right.
Aw.
I think I rip it just to piss him off. I'm gonna go Kingsman.
Kingsman is our number 3.
Damn.
I saw that on there and I was like, I gotta go.
And I agree with it. I agree with it.
Oh man.
It has not lived up.
Yeah, Kingsman Kingsman was on there. So yeah, sorry all the fans out there. you know,
Probably
hey
just
man,
Andrew in
the
shower
franchise
now.
is officially dead at this point. So
No, that we
Is
have
it?
less than a year on Argyle. Well, actually, a year and some change. But
I'm getting.
Did you see the
That's not
Argyle post-credit sequel? It's cruising. I don't know what the heck that meant, but it's alive.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Anyways, our winner today, Owen.
Hey, everybody.
Alrighty, so let's start. Let me wrap up this one. So, the 10 franchises that went downhill very fast after the first movie. There's only 10 here, and we only have the 8, but I'll just go ahead and read the full list. So, at number 1 was Jurassic Park. Number 2 was the Highlander series.
Oh.
number 3 was the Kingsman series. Number 4, actually, I like this one because this is very true. The From Dusk Till Dawn series. If you didn't know, there were like 2 other movies afterwards, and they're not good. Number 5 was RoboCop. That's a good example, I would say. 2 and 3 aren't very good, and they lost their own director there. This one surprised me because it really is only 2 movies: the Pacific Rim series and number 6.
that shouldn't count.
Goes downhill with one movie.
Well, I mean, there
They made a good one,
Uprising.
and then they made a bad one.
Bad one, yeah. So and then it ended. Halloween series.
That was my
I
next
thought
one.
about that, but after Nightmare on Elm Street wasn't on there, I was like,
Yeah, I got discouraged.
Number 8 was the Matrix series. Number 9 was the Jaws series. Colin,
okay,
I'm so sorry.
well,
I ended up going with the secret answer, the last one here, which was the Divergent series, because that goes from getting
I
a
wrote that
movie
down.
to a sequel. Did they get a third one? They got a third
I
one.
think so.
Well,
And
they
then
never had the fourth one.
they never got the fourth one, and they're like, "Hey, everybody, you want to come back for a TV show instead?" And they're like, we're not doing that shit."
it is kind of a legendary downfall. I'm okay with it.
It is a very legendary downfall, especially in a post-Twilight Hunger Games world. So, yeah. Okay, would you guys want to know the rest here, and then we can wrap it up here? So, back to Metacritic for Tom Cruise, Mr. Thomason Cruise. Scientology, don't come after me. All right, number 6, 3-way tie for number 6. Born on the 4th of July, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and Risky Business, all at 75. To tie at 7th, so Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, and War of the Worlds. I'm surprised nobody said that one, actually. 73. Number 8, Michael Mann, Collateral, Edge of Tomorrow, and Tropic Thunder at 71.
No Rain Man.
Yeah, no Rain Man. Valkyrie was the secret answer because Tom Cruise.
No Few Good Men.
No Few Good Men. Yeah, that was a surprising one for sure. Yeah, that is surprising. Hold on.
Yeah, Metacritic would be weird.
Metacritic is weird. We can come back to that. Okay. Letterboxd going to Destination. I just want to be clear. This one was basically to do
How did you look this up?
Dude, I have to go in the HTML and like search. It's not great. So you guys all got through 1 through 5 here. So yeah, 4, the Final Destination was 6. Colin, you did say Predestination. That was number 7. I'm surprised you pulled that one. I forgot about that movie.
I'm proud of some of the stuff I pulled tonight.
You did
I'm
really
pretty
good.
happy with my performance.
Yeah.
I also wrote the page number in which it was. So think on desktop with the whole thing. I'm just gonna say this so everyone knows. Predestination. Sorry. So for reference, Final Destination. The Final Destination was 22. Like the first one was 9, and all the subsequent ones were between that. Basically, Predestination was 24. 8, Destination Wedding. Somebody said it. I was surprised nobody went for it. 8, page 89.
Jesus Christ.
It's a big drop off.
Agent Cody Banks 2, Destination London was page 174.
I was right there. I was right there.
I cannot wait till I can somehow get access to this API because I can't do it anymore. Anyway,
so wait, you're telling me you clicked through 189 pages of movies to get to Cody Banks?
That is insane.
It's so funny because I knew it was potentially one of them, but I just had to wait to get to see it in case there was something else in between that I forgot.
Could you export the list? Is that a possibility? And then just like Control F?
We can talk about this afterwards. Okay, basketball movies. Why don't I go ahead and I'm just gonna read the full list from their website. But for this one, so you guys got the one. Well, we said the 1 through 5. So Hoosiers, Hoop Dreams, White Man Can't Jump, Love and Basketball. He Got Game. Number 6 was High Flying Bird. From that's Soderbergh, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
I think so.
Space Jam was 7. So you weren't far off. Coach Carter was 8. 9 was Basketball Diaries. Above the Rim, number 10. The Way Back with old Benny Affleck, number 11. Air Bud was 12. The Hustle, number 13. Finding Forrester, number 14. And then Glory Road, 15. So, yeah. Let's see. And then let me see. I think for this one, I'm just going to read the whole list from Fincher as well here. But so Gone Girl, Curious Case, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, 7, Social Network. Number 6 would have been Panic Room at 95. Alien 3 only made 54 domestically, and so it's not adjusted for inflation, so it's a long time ago. The Game at 48, Fight Club at 37, Zodiac at 33, and then so that was the bottom one, and then The Killer and Mank obviously made a Mank million amount of dollars, but we'll never know. We'll never know. The Netflix, they won't tell us. They just won't tell us. And then we said this is the one for the franchises. So with that is the end of the game. Congrats, Owen. Not too shabby. Andrew said Pacific Rim was my first choice. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
No, not a franchise. It's 2 movies
that Owen loves. Steven coming with hot takes. Franchise was always bad.
And to see my other guy in the chat off.
And he was pissed that Panic Room wasn't the top answer. Andrew, why didn't you go and see it then? Why didn't you just go and see it and contribute, man? What?
I was 1 year old when that came out.
I
know Andrew could have seen it.
Andrew's like 17.
He was an adult then, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyways, with that, that has been Real Movie Feud. I don't think we have anything else coming up this upcoming week, but make sure you stay tuned on the Discord for sure. And yeah, thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Hope you guys had a good time and
Say the line.
have a feud-tastic evening.
That's fine.